Well, I'll play you the very first song that I ever had recorded. I wrote it when I was 4.5 years old. Up to that point, they just weren't that good. A lot of songs about trucks and stuff. I was so far ahead of my time. On a warm summer's evening, on a train bound for nowhere, I met up with a gambler. We were both too tired to sleep, so we took turns staring out the window at the darkness. The boredom overtook us, and he commenced to speak. He said, "Son, I made a life out of reading people's faces and knowing what their cards were by the way they held their eyes. And if you don't mind my saying, I can see you're out of aces, and for a taste of your whiskey, I'll give you some advice." So I handed him my bottle, and he drank down my last swallow. And then he bummed a cigarette, and then he bummed a light, and the night got deathly quiet. His face lost all expression. He said, "If you're gonna play the game, kid, you gotta learn to play it right. 'Cause every gambler knows that the secret to surviving is knowing what to throw away and knowing what to keep. 'Cause every hand's a winner, just like every hand's a loser. And the best that you can hope for is to die in your sleep. You got to know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em, and know when to walk away, and know when to run. You never count your money when you're sitting at the table. There will be time enough for counting when the dealing's done." When he'd finished speaking, he turned back towards the window. He crushed out his cigarette. He faded off to sleep, and somewheres in the darkness, the gambler, he broke even. But in his final words, I found an ace that I could keep. You got to know when to hold 'em, and know when to fold 'em, and know when to walk away, and know when to run. You never count your money when you're sitting at the table. There will be time enough for counting when the dealing's done. So sometimes people have heard this song before and they sing along. You guys seem very shy, but I hear you thinking. You're a very thoughtful crowd, and I hear you thinking along. Let it out. We'll all feel better. I'm the only person up here, and I'm very lonely. But you got to know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em, know when to walk away, know when to run. You never count your money when you're sitting at the table. There'll be time enough for counting when the dealing's done. Well, that was sensitive. But for heaven's sakes, we're in a barn. You got to know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em, know when to walk away, and know when to run. You never count your money when you're sitting at the table. Be time enough for counting when the dealing's done. There'll be time enough for counting when the dealing's done. Thank you very much. I have a self-esteem issue, and you are helping me a great deal. Bye.